everybody, and welcome back to Tattoo Homeworkers, where I did not fart.
Where you did not fart?
God.
Where we talk about tattoo life and everything in between. Tattoo, apparently, not tattoos.
Just tattoo.
Yeah.
Just one specific tattoo. To be fair, we haven't done like a tattoo-related episode in a minute. But also, guys, you know how hard it is to do that? Like, we tattoo longer than... We do stuff for work longer than we do stuff for ourselves at all. So, like, trying to talk about it, too, is always... Gosh. Anyways, we're not going to talk about tattoos this episode. My name's Callista.
My name is Lou.
Laughing Lou. And this is our After Hours special because we are...
Something weird's happening with our focus, but... So, if we go in and out of focus, I don't know what button I hit, so...
Whatever. It's probably just the ghost in this fucking house fucking with the garage demon.
Oh, yeah. But this episode is brought to you by I found an edible in a drawer, in my sock drawer, and I ate it.
So, that's what we're doing. And I, on the opposite end of things, I'm trying to cut off on any substances, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
I will say this on the podcast. I've committed to 6 days a week sober, and then 1 day a week I get to have substances, whatever that may be. So I'm excited to see what that looks like for me and my body. My body just feels rough. God, it just feels awful lately. So anyways, welcome to After Hours, where we talk about random shit. I've got Unpack That card game.
Yes.
Where we ask each other questions. And I kind of want to ask you a question first.
Okay.
Can I pick which card?
Sure. I'm fucking scared.
I'm going to start with the good.
Wait, we didn't start out with what does your gender feel like?
Fuck, I always forget. Dang
Not
it.
me.
I'm so sorry. My gender feels like, imagine if you put a raccoon on the red carpet.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what my gender feels like. Red carpet raccoon.
That's a really good one.
Thank you. What does your gender feel like?
I feel like Martha Stewart and Bobby Burke. Like, I am trying to figure out this house for the holidays.
Period.
Yes. And it's in dire need of remodeling.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I know, right? So I don't know if this is like, I feel like it's normal for a lot of people, or maybe it's just because we're neurodivergent, so all of our friends get this, but the whole like moving around furniture to kind of brighten up the space. Yeah, our house has looked the same since we moved in.
Yes, and I knew when we bought the house that would be a problem because the living room is set up specifically so it can only be that way, and I like our couch, and I don't want to get rid of our couch, and I don't want to buy new furniture. Straight up. And like my bedroom's the same way, your bedroom's the same way. The rooms are rather small.
Yeah.
So they don't allow for like the movement of like rather big furniture, which is mostly what we have. But today I did it anyway, so I said fuck it. And so my bed is in an awkward place in my bedroom. But
you say
whatever.
Awkward, but I don't know if it again is our neurospiciness. I like it. I'm like, oh, nice. It's probably because it's different. It's refreshed. It's like,
I say awkward because I know that it doesn't actually match like what you would do by any rules of interior design. And though I'm still like, yes, live by your own rules, all that jazz. It's kind of like when you wear those shirts that have the seams on the outside, it's a style choice, but people go, is your shirt inside out all day?
Right, yeah.
That's a thing. Mm-hmm. Same thing. Like, this is not the correct place for a bed, but it's that it gives enough right now for me to be like, I need a fresh space.
Totally. Well, that's a good, Martha Stewart and Bobby Burke work.
Yeah.
That's a good
both
combo.
of them together, but without the tax evasion.
Oh my God. I forgot about that. She went to jail for a while, right?
Yep.
Oh my God. So funny. Holy shit. Okay. Are you ready for your first question?
Yes.
The good. In what areas of life do you think I bring positivity? That was so gay. I didn't think the question was going to be like reflected back on me, and now I'm uncomfortable.
Do you bring positivity?
I don't.
Yeah, I would say you're probably the most negative person I've ever met. And like, you're kind of like this, like, I don't know, like this energy vampire.
I'm a stormy cloud. Following you around.
Yes. You just go around and fucking shit on things. Apparently you're a shitting stormy cloud.
I'm a seagull.
Remember when you got pooped on?
I got pooped on in Alcatraz. Oh my fucking God.
And other people were laughing. It was so good.
God damn it. Only me, of course. That was so tragic.
Oh, there was tons of birds, so the odds were
pretty high. That was the first time I've ever gotten pooped on.
Oh,
actually, a monkey shit on me in Costa Rica. So there's also that.
The excitement on your face about a monkey.
Yeah, because now I'm able to like relay that story. Have you guys ever been pooped on?
Oh, that's gonna open up a weird
I don't
fucking
want. If
Pandora's
it's
box.
another human being, don't tell me about it. If it's an accident, aka a monkey or a seagull shitting on you, I need to know what kind of animal it was.
I've been pooped on by pigeons.
Oh yeah, that pigeon got you good in Chicago.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. Yeah, so a bunch of times by pigeons.
Yeah.
So
how many times would you say in your life?
Oh, dude, I've been pooped on a bunch of times when I was a kid.
You're a target.
Yeah. There's like this, it's the same thing with cats. Cats hate me, pigeons hate me. I wonder if they both think I'm spying for the other team.
Probably.
Because there was a great pigeon cat war of 1878.
Did not know
so
that.
You do know that.
Sure.
And so I'm wondering if they think that I'm working both sides.
I think so, yeah. I mean, it's the only logical explanation as to why cats like have this hatred to you.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. Okay, say the question again. Something about you doing good or some bullshit.
What areas of life do you think you bring positivity?
You bring positivity.
I bring positivity.
Do I think that you bring positivity?
Yeah.
Fucking everything.
Oh, thank you.
So that's dumb.
It is dumb. Well,
because I would say you're just genuinely positive, although you do know how to get hype with someone. So when I'm fucking pissed, you're so solid at being like, yeah, fuck that. And that's exactly what I need. I've been talking about that in therapy, that I'm like, I need someone to validate my feelings. And it's the quickest way to get you, like, to regulate me is to just match me. And then I'm like, yeah.
Then you're like, okay, cool. I'm not crazy. I totally get that. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Do you want to ask me a question?
Yes, I'm picking the good.
No, this pile ended up being so much worse.
What quality? No, it's about me. You're
good. Okay, let me hear about it.
What quality about me makes you happy? This is a ridiculous game. I'm here to talk shit about you. We
got to talk about the fact that, like, therapy, it's really hard for us to accept good compliments and stuff like that, but it's okay. This is forcing us to do that. What quality about you makes me happy?
Yes. This is how I hold a coffee cup now.
What?
No, it's fine. Say it.
I think that your authenticity makes me the most happy because you are shameless in the sense that you will wear a reindeer onesie in Target and hop around, and it's the funniest.
See, you say authenticity, and I think that that's the only way I know how to be.
That's amazing. So
like,
just your personality makes me happy.
Like, I think it's funny because people are like, you're so authentic. I'm like, I don't know how to be anything but me.
Yeah. Do you think that's the autism?
Yes. 100%. Yes.
Well, I'm really envious of that because I feel like, I don't know. It's hard for me to be authentic sometimes. Sometimes, I don't know. I say that, but then in social interactions, I just end up being myself.
Yeah.
So I think I struggle with the idea that I'm authentic.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's just that I don't want to say the older you get. I think it's just the more work you do on yourself, the less you give a fuck. Because, like, I genuinely, like, I used to care or be like, okay, well, I can't wear that because what if someone's going to judge me? And I remember on Cabooses' my first anniversary, I was wearing, like, a schoolgirl skirt and, like, something very, like, straight out of, like, Hot Topic. And to be clear, this is way past Hot Topic, like, being a thing.
Right.
But something that, like, I would still wear now. It's, like, my Hello Kitty schoolgirl and, like, my big chunky boots. And I had, like, half-shaved head. And we were on a trolley in somewhere in West Virginia. Oh, I think it was Lexington, West Virginia. So not the original Lexington, but some, like, secondary bullshit. And a bunch of, like, women around my age, so probably in their early 20s, were all laughing at me and, like, visibly laughing at me. And, like, a total mean girl moment. Caboose and I went off and, like, my feelings were super hurt. And now I just think about the fact that, like, hey, even if you were laughing because you thought that I looked stupid, I still, like, made them laugh.
That's true.
And, like, brought joy to their life. And if they're doing it out of, like, oh, hey, I'm jealous of her, she can live her authentic life. Okay, well, then I'm sorry for you for that.
Yeah.
But, like, I realized that I was like, I felt super cool. And to some other person out there, I did look super cool.
Fuck yeah.
So maybe to them, I look like a loser. But, like, to be fair, I think that about a lot of people. that I'm just like, wow, taupe walls. Ugh. Taupe outfits.
Right.
You're just wearing brown, shades of poop. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But then, like, if that's how they feel about color, the way I feel about brown, and, like, more accurately, taupe, then, like, that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to be everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah.
I mean, the point is to not be everyone's cup of tea. Because if you are, then, like,
then you're probably have a taupe-colored house.
I think that you probably have too many flavors in the cup. It's like, okay, you got to pick one. Pick a lane. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that you have to stay on brand to your aesthetic all the time.
Yeah, because my brand is off-brand.
I'm just saying that, like, my brand is off-brand. I'm just saying chameleon people kind of freak me out because at some point in time when you're being a chameleon all the time and reflecting and trying to be cool based off of other people's standards all the time, if you're putting that in practice for, like, we'll just say, like, 20 hours out of our 24 hours, that 4 hours out of the day where you can be you, I feel like you're so lost.
Well, yeah, it's that whole old saying of, like, if you act like that, what we used to hear when I was a kid is if you hold your face that way, it's going to get stuck like that. And it's that, like, it's just a fucking shorthand of saying if you act a specific way, you're going to become that.
Right.
Which if you think that's just Atomic Habits, like, boiled down, which is fake it till you make it. Just if you say, hey, I want to be, like, a bright, vibrant person, then you just start doing what bright, vibrant people would do.
Yeah.
And the same thing happens with, like, I guess being authentic, but more accurately just being like, meh, if I think I look cool, that's all that matters to me.
Truly. Yeah.
Also because that fucking onesie is so comfortable.
The reindeer one?
Yes.
Absolutely. I know that thing is surprisingly comfortable. We got reindeer onesies from my parents. What was it, a year ago? It was just 1 year ago,
yeah,
right?
I think it was just 1 year.
Yeah, because they like to do, like, matching Christmas photo
I mean,
shoots.
they've seen me here in the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've worn it before on the podcast?
Yes, of course I have.
Yeah, and it was a hyperfixation outfit for this one over here for a while. And it is very comfy. I will say that. It is, like, oddly comfortable. Okay, next one. What are you most grateful for?
I am most grateful for coffee.
Period.
I love coffee.
Yeah, me too. Me
I love coffee so much.
I don't know if I love coffee as much as you do. I love caffeine.
I mean, I'm cool with caffeine. Nah, dude, it's like everything about coffee.
I'll take caffeine in any shape and form.
Yeah, I won't.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about, like, needing emergency cocaine, but that's just because, like, our jobs are a lot.
Yeah.
But please don't give us cocaine. I just got scared that someone's like, oh, you want to try cocaine? I don't want to try it. No, I love everything from the way coffee is, like, I like the, like, look of the beans. I like the way it smells when it's, like, fresh. I like when you hear it, like, being ground, everything. You know my love for coffee because you see me watch it on like, TV.
Yeah, she'll get jealous. So she watches it on TV and someone on TV has a cup of coffee and she'll, without a doubt, it's like me with onions. I always have to say, if someone brings up onions, I say, I love onions. Her with coffee, it's coffee!
Yeah, every time.
Same voice, just like so fucking excited.
I'm so excited and slightly envious. So that's not what I was really grateful about, but then I just stuck with it. So
fuck yeah.
Yeah, so right now, coffee, I just finished that cup and it wasn't enough.
Oh, are you going to make yourself a second cup?
Probably.
I will take caffeine in any shape and form. I love energy drinks. It's funny to me when people are like, oh, you drink energy drinks? And the people who are judgy about it are the people who actually do cocaine. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Whatever, dude. Do you notice that? The people who are judgy about energy drinks, y'all do hella drugs. Like, fuck off. Anyways.
Describe a positive change that you have seen in me. I don't want these to be about me.
Well, too bad. A positive change that I've seen.
I'm just going to start naming different people.
In you since you've... That's Russian roulette.
Let's go.
Since I met you. A positive change I've seen in you. There's been a lot. I feel like one of the biggest positive changes that I've seen with you is acknowledging when... Oh my God, what is that face? Acknowledging when you are overstimulated and, like, actually really advocating for yourself when you are.
Oh, thanks.
You're, like, honest about it. Because I think when I first met you...
I didn't know I had ADHD.
Yeah, we didn't know a lot of that. We didn't know about the autism or the ADHD or any of that. And so when you would get overstimulated, we just didn't have the language for it. Mm-hmm. But ever since now, we've grown with it and like had the language for it. And like you truly do just kind of embrace and succumb to whatever like situation that you're in. And then we just leave. You know what I mean? It's just been really freeing. And that I think that's a huge growth thing. Not a lot of people will be like, I'm overstimulated. How can I advocate for myself? Like they'll just force themselves to be in shitty situations. So.
Oh, I think it, I mean, thank you. Mm-hmm. I think a little bit has to do with myself and a lot has to do with the fact that like, if I'm overstimulated, I'm aware that I am awful to be around. Mm-hmm. So I very much just see it as saving everyone else. Because if I stay in that situation, it's like I spent a lot of my youth being really, really angry. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, oh, I'm not nice to be around. Mm-hmm. And so then I see it as like doing everyone else a favor. And
that's still advocating for yourself because I think it's really big for people to, when you're about to go into social situations, it's not just about you anymore. I mean, we've all hung out with the person that like decides to throw a tantrum and leaves the group, but like stays in the group, if that makes any sense, or like pouts and is quiet and shitty the entire time. We've all had those social interactions.
And just wants to make sure everyone else's time is ruined.
Exactly. So I think that like, being able to advocate for yourself and being like, no, you know what? I really just can't be in this situation. You guys have the best time. That's huge because like you said, it does save everyone else. It saves their time. But
I think because I was taught that was the correct way to deal with it when I was younger. Mm-hmm. Like that was definitely a family of origin trait that like if one person was unhappy, they were damn well going to make sure everyone else was unhappy. And now I'm like, I'm not trying to fucking repeat that cycle. And I'm also not trying to, like, if somebody does that to me, I just won't hang out with them again.
Oh, yeah.
If you're, like, if we're doing a group thing and you, like, intentionally ruin it or do not remove yourself, like, I'm at a stage in life where I can't handle that.
Period. Well, that's the thing is, like, now that we're all, you know, adults, I think it's... It's really hard for people to realize that, like, you still have a responsibility to the general public.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And the people you hang out with, it's not just about you. And, yeah, I don't want to be a part of that cycle either. And, again, like, not only are you saving everybody else's time, but you're saving yourself. Yeah. Because if you are in a really shitty place, like, what you need to do is regroup, recenter. You don't need to be out and about partying with your friends. You need to figure your shit out. So, yeah, I don't know. The hot topic... I think that if you're having a bad time, remove yourself or just be honest, you know, and let other people have fun. Because I think it's really big as well to just be like, yeah, you know, I'm just like feeling really nonverbal. So sorry if I'm like quiet. You know, we've had those conversations before where it's like, sorry if I'm super quiet. Like I still want to hang out with you guys, but like I'm just feeling kind of weird.
Yep.
And just giving people that like, I don't know, that communication that out to be like, okay, so they're not mad at me or they're not pissed off about the situation. They're just in a weird spot.
Well, it's like how you do a great job of advocating for me because I really do struggle with like hellos. So you just tell everyone like, look, she's not going to say hi to you.
Yeah. And that's
like,
fine.
That's it. You're not going to get a hi. You're not going to get a bye. If you do, it's real awkward because that's something that I massively struggle with.
Yeah.
And so like if people come over 9 times out of 10,
oh, yeah.
I will go hide. I wouldn't open the door for Talia the other day, and then I realized that I was outside, and I got freaked out, and I fucking ran away.
You said, oh!
And then I hid behind you and was like, oh, no, I now have to greet said person. Like, you were outside, you were safe, and now you're inside, and now it's unsafe.
Yeah, that was really cute, though. Because you got excited, so that was really adorable.
I did get excited. I'm like a puppy, but then I'm like a puppy that gets overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's the dogs that, like, they... are super, super excited to say hi to you and get pet, and then they run away the second that you lean down.
Yes, that's me. That's me with social interactions.
Like
the moment you go to say hello, I'm like,
yeah.
You need to act like you're comfortable, and then I'll come back to you.
Exactly. You need a moment, and then they'll approach you.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's go. Perfect. I pulled the last one, so.
Since you keep pulling from this curse, this is spelled wrong. A team of people... This is a horrific typo. What can I do to make your life easier?
Nothing.
I thought you were going to be sassy and say, just shutting the fuck up.
Like, yeah, you can, like, fix your face.
Fix your damn face.
Oh, I just realized I haven't had to say that to Caboose in a long time.
Fix your face?
He's getting better about fixing his face.
You know what? Caboose, he's had massive growth this year.
He has.
Huge growth. I can only imagine the growing pains in his poor little brain. He's probably got stretch marks all over there. You know what I mean?
Just a stretch mark riddled brain.
That's how I feel my brain is. I feel like
so
my brain's covered in stretch marks. And it's like, oh, God.
Wait, that doesn't gross you out, but learning about fascia gross you out?
So I learned about fascia through this one the other day, and fascia's fucked up. It's
not fucked up.
Now,
it's so cool.
Now whenever
you have a giant spider web inside of your body holding everything together.
Yeah,
except for your organs when you go on roller coasters and do the droppy thing at Tower of Terror.
No, thank you.
I'm so freaked out by the fact that my organs move.
I mean, oh God, I don't want to talk about it. Anyways,
Yep.
I think it's your go.
This fucking card deck sucks. Do you believe everything happens for a reason? Because it's not about me.
I think
We've
that...
talked about this before.
Have we?
Yeah, but continue.
I do think that everything happens for a reason, but my caveat is everything... You have to come up with the reason. Like, you need to figure out that reason. You need to make it productive. So a lot of people don't think that, like, everything happens for a reason. I think that, like, you can find a reason and learn from said event. I don't know. That's my hot take. Do you think everything happens for a reason?
No, absolutely not.
You think shit just happens?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's chaotic.
Well, I mean, I don't think anything... What do you mean, how do I cope?
When bad things happen to you, and they're, like, massively...
You can, like, essentially control your action, so you can then say, hey, I'm going to make the best out of this, but that's a choice that you actively make.
Right.
Everything doesn't happen for a reason. I didn't just meet you because, like, fate put you in my life. Mm-hmm. I met you because we just happened to be the same time.
Yeah.
In the same lifetimes, in the same fucking universes. Yeah. Like, you happen to be an egg that, like, came into a fruition. I happen to be an egg that came into fruition. And we happen to want to do life together. And we work really hard for it.
Just 2 eggs.
Yeah, just 2 eggs that became people.
So gross.
That started putting on makeup.
Started using power tools.
Yeah. Like.
So nasty.
No, everything's just fucking chaos.
That makes sense. I feel like...
And you make the best of it, because that's a choice you make.
Right. I do believe in that. You need to choose on, like, whether or not you grow from said thing and be better. I feel like, gosh, nothing's more... This is going to sound so brutal. Nothing's more sad to me than people who, like, get hit in the ball sack with life. Like, a bad event happens to them, and then they use that as a crutch to continue to not be better. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? When, like, people are like, you know, like, my life's been, like, really fucked up ever since, like, my dad died, and, like, you know, I've just been so depressed and, like, haven't been able to do anything. And I get that, but at the same point of things, in the other side of the pendulum, there's a lot of people who take that experience of losing a loved one and use that as, like, oh shit, I don't know when my last day on earth is. I'm going to make the most of it. Like, how can I be better? How can I do this? And so I don't know. It's just really, it's hard to watch people use hard or bad events in their life to hold them back instead of push them forward.
Do you think animals do this?
I think...
Like, is an elephant over there just, like, throwing its life away and the rest of the elephants are like, fuck, Sue, we know. We know it was devastating. Fucking move on. The whole herd's leaving. You gotta go.
You gotta go.
Like, that elephant is just over there like, oh my God, Sue, come on.
Well, it's hard because in the animal kingdom, if that elephant decides to, like, stay with and not move with the pack, the elephant dies, right? Like,
does the elephant die, or does that elephant become an entrepreneur and then open $1 million like safari business?
Creates its own, like, element. What is it? MLM?
Yeah.
That elephant creates a multi-level marketing scheme.
Yes, with all the mice.
Period.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I think about that because it's like a inherently, like, humanistic trait.
To use bad random events that happen to you and use it as a reason to stay behind and not push forward. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. I know that sounds really brutal, but I really do think that a lot of people use bad shit that's happened in their lives to kind of enable their bad behaviors. That sounds awful, but, you know, that's just my hot take.
Yeah, that's a good hot take.
Yeah.
Come on, Sue. We got to keep moving.
We got to keep moving. I think animals grieve together, obviously, but like they have no choice. They have to keep moving forward or else they're not going to survive.
So do you think it's because of our current society? I'm like digging her in deep here.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to get canceled for this hot take. So do I think that it's...
Yeah, because we have like too much time on our hands.
Yeah.
To grieve and wallow. Which, to be clear, I think those are two different things. I think you can actively grieve, but wallowing is wallowing.
Do tell about, okay, what's the difference between grieving and wallowing to you?
Because grieving is something that you'll grieve for the rest of your life. Like if you've lost someone, if you've lost a situation, I don't think that grief is exclusive to death. I think we've talked about this before. It's everything. So anytime you're feeling nostalgia, that's grief. That's the like, oh, I bet that it was like really good back then. Totally. I miss this. I wish this person was here. All of that. That's grief. And I think wallowing is different. And wallowing is that choice of not getting up. And like, once again, that'll get me canceled because people are like, oh, the like depression. And we, to be very clear, we both know what that's like. And there is a certain amount of like, at one point or another, you have to advocate for yourself. But I think that in a lot of situations, it is that where it's like you essentially choose to wallow because you don't make a choice to do anything else.
Absolutely.
So it's like going down into a well. You didn't realize you were there, then getting there and going, oh, fuck, I have nothing to like get back out of here. And there's those people that will die down in that well. And there's the people that will do everything they can to try to get the fuck out of it.
And I think part of the reason why a lot of people use bad events as like reason to stay where they're at, like frozen in time. And like, yes, it hurts. Like, don't get me wrong. We've all been there. I think part of the reason why that happens is because they don't hear or listen to a lot of successful people talk about their depression and how like you and I, our mental health issues never went away. You know what I mean? Like there's still things that we deal with every single fucking day. But I mean, now I can speak as like a successful shop owner with you. That it was never something that like went away. It was never something that like needed to go away in order for us to be successful. It's just something that we choose to manage and choose to work with. I don't even want to say I don't battle depression. That I don't like to think of it as like we're fighting our feelings. I like to think of it as like we feel them, we accept them, and we work with what we've got. Yeah. And we keep pushing. Right. So I feel like a lot of the reason why people wallow is because they don't hear a lot of successful people talk about like, no, it never went away. My success wasn't ever like, I don't know, mental health issues going away was never the key to my success. And I think a lot of people think that they can't succeed because they struggle with mental health. No, those two things are unrelated, I think. Yeah. In my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah. So great. I think that's it for this episode, right?
Perfect. That's, to end on a super heavy note. Yeah, that was What's your win? Heavy.
My win for this week...
I got that in there.
Thank you. We'll end on a high note. My win for this week is spending time with family that came in. I've had some family travel into Reno, and yesterday I really did not want to go. Like, I wanted to hang out with them. I was really excited to go, but I had work to do, so I was like, shit, I like really want to edit. Like, and I was feeling a little bit frustrated. And this is going to sound terrible. You know, personal relationships, they do take a lot of work. Yes. You know what I mean? Like investing in like time with people, that does take a lot of work, and it's time away from work. But I'm really proud of myself for still going and hanging out with them and having a really good time and then just getting the job done. So that's my win for this week. What is your win for this week?
My win is I drew yesterday. I finally got that banana split out of my brain. And then today I rearranged our bedroom so that way I can start renovating the upstairs.
Fuck yeah.
Because if we're going to be here for 2 years, the upstairs of our house does not have enough personality.
Period. Yeah. And in turn, I mean, you're inspiring me to finally paint my bathroom. So that's going to be a good time.
I'm going to be really excited about that because I see your bathroom a lot.
I know. It's really gray. I know. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Really appreciate it if you got to this far in this little chaotic after hours episode. Please let us know what your wins are. And if you have an interesting animal that pooped on you, I would like to know. Because we all know pigeons, seagulls, that's like typical. But like, I feel like getting pooped on by a monkey, not a lot of people have that story. Yeah. So.
And your kids don't count.
Your kids don't
We've all
fucking
been
count.
pooped on by kids.
And don't tell me if it was another adult human being. I also don't want to know that.
If that's
Don't
your
wanna
thing,
know.
please keep that to yourself.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. We love you. Bye. I always hit the wrong button. You're a Yeti.
Oh my god,
Did
my
you just
chair.
fart?
No, that
You
was my
farted.
chair. That hella sounded like a fart. God damn it.